In Block 4, Module 2, we're going to talk about poisonous plants, animals, or insects. They want us to share a photocopy of our log page, which I'll do that in a minute. The first one that I want to talk about is scorpions. And more specifically, I want to talk about the Arizona bark scorpion. These adults are about the size of a quarter. They're a little larger than a quarter. They could actually grow up to about 3 1/4 inches long, lengthwise, if you count their whole tail and everything. So, but the babies are smaller than a penny. They have a dark brown on the top of their back, and Arizona bark scorpions. The second one that I want to talk about is the Diamondback Rattlesnake. That thing is crazy over here. Has a split tongue that's black. They have diamonds all over their back. They have rattles on the tail, and close to the rattles on this rear section of the tail, right before the rattles, there's a black and white section of their body. So you can notice that the black on the diamonds on their back, they have like a black outline, and then the diamonds themselves are usually tan in color. You'll find these in Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma. And when they coil up, they can strike. And when they strike, sometimes they can jump. So if the snake is 1.5 feet long, he can jump 3 feet, you know, double his distance. So that's a little bit about the diamondbacks. The next one that I have is centipedes. Those are pretty self-explanatory. And then I have black widows. They're black with the red hourglass. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures here. I'm laughing because you're probably going to laugh too. So don't laugh, because I'm not an artist by any means at all. So here is... Okay guys, you ready for my beautiful artwork? Okay, here is... There's my scorpion. Okay, now here's my rattlesnake, my diamondback. I know my artwork sucks, folks. I'm sorry. There's my centipede, and here's my black widow. So there's a okay, now this next section I'm gonna talk about each species, and I put like a tiny little drawing above so that I can know that that's the scorpion page. Here's my snake page, and I'm gonna go read that to you here in a second. Here's my centipedes page, and then here's my black widow page. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this section to you real quick about each of these species. And again, I apologize for my artwork. It's terrible. Now, Arizona bark scorpions. Adults can reach up to 3.14 inches in size. They like to ambush their prey. They're nocturnal creatures. They eat crickets, roaches, beetles, and other small insects. They can also be cannibalistic, occasionally feeding on a fellow scorpion. They're well adapted to the desert. They hide during the heat of the day, usually under rocks, under wood piles, or tree bark. They love areas with mesquite, cottonwood, and sycamore groves because these areas have moisture in the wood to support the insects. The venom from bark scorpions is the most venomous form of scorpion in North America. It can cause severe pain, especially in humans. Usually lasts for 24 to 72 hours, and fatalities are rare in the United States. Clean with soap and water and apply a cool compress. Take acetaminophen or ibuprofen for local pain and swelling. That's about the scorpions, bark scorpions. Now the Arizona Diamondback Rattlesnake, adults can reach up to 7 feet in length and can weigh up to anywhere between 4 and 6 pounds. Usually inactive between late October and early March. They're poor climbers. When they're threatened, they coil and rattle to warn their aggressors. They are one of the more aggressive rattlesnakes in the USA in the way that they stand their ground. If the rattling doesn't work, they will strike in defense. Venom is primarily hemotoxic, affecting mainly the blood vessels, blood cells, and the heart. The venom glands are large, and the average bite can yield anywhere between 250 and 800 milligrams of venom. Severe envenomation is rare, however, it's possible and can be lethal. Mortality rate of an untreated bite is between 10 and 20%. So some of the symptoms are headache, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, dizziness, convulsions, heavy pain, swelling, or even internally bleeding around the bite location. Now, centipedes. Adults can reach up to 12 inches in length. They like a moist habitat. They're found under the soil and leaf litter, so like in the fall, the leaves fall, you can find them under stones and under dead wood. They're mostly nocturnal. They eat crickets and many other soft-bodied insects. Bite to a human is usually a very painful and may cause severe swelling, chills, fever, and weakness. It's unlikely to be fatal. Bites can be dangerous to small children and those with allergies to bee stings. The bite of larger centipedes can induce anaphylactic shock in some people, and in such people, I meant to say. Okay, let me go back and re-say that. If you're a person, where did it say that? Dangerous to small children and those with allergies to bee stings. So if you're allergic to bee stings and you get bit by a centipede, anaphylaxis is a serious allergic reaction that is that's rapid in onset and may cause death. So treat this very seriously if you're allergic to bee stings and you get bit by a centipede. Smaller centipedes usually don't even puncture the skin. So that's a little bit about centipedes. Now, black widows. Females are dark colored and identifiable by a reddish hourglass shaped mark on their abdomen. Only female bites are dangerous to humans. Females have large venom glands. Bites may include severe muscle pain, abdominal pain or cramps, muscle spasms, and the symptoms usually last for 3 to 7 days, but may persist for several weeks. Males also have a toxic type venom to help them with their own hunting, but theirs is so diluted and it's not harmful to humans. Females have a super concentrated venom that can kill a person. Each year, approximately 2,200 people report being bit by black widows, but most recover within 24 hours with medical treatment. Widows aren't aggressive. They rarely bite humans unless startled or unless they feel threatened. Standard pain medication, such as acetaminophen and ibuprofen, will help with pain and resolution of these symptoms. Now we're going to talk about poisonous plants. And what I want to talk about is poison ivy. I know this all too well. There was a grove of poison ivy, and I know how to identify it. They come in leaves of three leaves, and the center leaf is a little larger. Here's my drawing. Again, crappy artwork, but there's my drawing of poison ivy. So there was a place that I wanted to camp out on the creek, out by the river. And there was a little bit of poison ivy right there. So I thought I would go out and remove it. And I had gloves on, and I was yanking that stuff out, to get rid of it. And long behold, I got poison ivy. So I know poison ivy pretty well. So that's the poisonous plant that I chose to talk about. And some of the natural herbal remedies would be plantain is a good one, milkweed, jewelweed, mugwort, honeysuckle juice, and now here's some other treatments like home remedies. Baking soda bath and paste, an oatmeal paste, apple cider vinegar, aloe vera gel is good for it, organic golden seal, Himalayan crystal salt, witch hazel, the inside of a banana peel. They say that if you put that on there, it'll help. Cucumber, watermelon rinds, tea tree oil has been known to work, lavender oil, ocean water. Now that's a good one. We went to Hawaii. Okay, this was about the time that I had gotten all this poison ivy. I had it on my arm. It's important to change your clothes and do your laundry and change your bedding and all that. Well, then we flew to Hawaii and I did a lot of snorkeling and swimming, and within a day or two that stuff was completely gone. So ocean water really did help tremendously for me. You can take aspirin and break it up between 2 spoons and put a little water to it, make like a aspirin paste. You can put that on it. It says pine tar soap, rhubarb stem, and I also used hydrocortisone. I got that at Walmart. It's like 88 cents a tube, and I rubbed it generously on it, and that seemed to help. So that's a little bit about poison ivy, and that's my plant.